till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. down to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Here we go.
Good morning, let's go. How are we doing today? Hope we're having a good one so far. SPY's actually starting to move a bit higher here on the initial opening candle. Can we believe it? That's pretty fire. Nice first 1 minute candle up into the green past $600, which is great. For the bulls, I think that we need to see a solid push past 601 before I truly start to look at like an upside move here with the SPY. 601 is pretty crucial in the short term. Plus, you know, as we know, it's been very shaky this morning. SPY gap down, came up, filled the gap a little bit, and is now just contending with trying to hold 600 as support. If it ends up falling under there, that's where it will get a bit scary. Good to see it back above there, though. Good to see. How we doing, though? What's up? HAC, Hack, Brain, Ryan, Xavier, Steve, Hunter, Autumn, Jeanette, Zachary, Brain, Tangy Man, Tiger, Yusu's Jake, Chill says good night. And then corrected himself. SPY under 600 once again. Uh-oh, we got some red coming in here. Look at this trend line on the SPY. Been watching a trend line since yesterday afternoon. Started to bounce a little bit to the downside. Been plotting that out. This morning, of course, it's hitting right around that trend. It tried to hold 600 and pop, but did not get back above 601 and is now rejecting. Not the best sign to see. Being under 600 like this is pretty rough. Pretty bad red candle there on the SPY. We'll see how these next few minutes shape up, see if we can get some more downside action. The low of this morning in pre-market's down around 598. I could see this breaking over the next few trading days. Not that it has to happen today necessarily, but I'm definitely watching for it to break down eventually. I do think it is possible today. We have the U.S. Open going on right now. Don't know if anybody saw that this morning or not. U.S. Open, though, coming into play. Pretty cool. Big major tournament for golf, of course. Bryson won last year. McIlroy choked, as he's known to do. It's all about BA. Who will take the W? I think I'm kind of rooting for that JJ Spawn, who's in first place. I have a bet in on good old Jordan Spieth, so if Jordan Spieth wins, I'll be pretty damn happy myself. Jordan Spieth hasn't teed off yet, which is good. Rory is garbage. Watch CVAC. I don't like him that much, but he's not garbage, I'll say that. CVAC, CureVac. Wow, what a gap up there, Brain. Never heard of this one before, of course. I like how Tiger said it's all about Boeing, which fell off this morning quite a bit. Pretty big sell-off under 213 there. What's the news? Boeing. Oh, the India crash. Oh, shit. I did see that. I didn't realize that was a Boeing, though. Man. Somehow, how did CNBC not show me that as a headline? How dare them? Trump threatens unilateral tariffs. There we go. Yeah, that's terrible. Air India Dreamliner 787, 242 passengers. I saw the video. There's a video out of it that we won't be playing here, of course. Thanks to YouTube. Yeah, I feel kind of bad, of course. Boeing stock down, of course. Could be interesting to play in the short term, though. If we see like a good dip under $200 here. It held this morning around 197. I am glad to see 200 holding right now. If that does give out again, though, that's where I would watch for more of a push to the downside. Hacks had crashed into a medical college. Oh, there's one survivor. No way. That's pretty crazy. Wow, that's nuts. Go check SPY here today. I know we've been looking at it quite a bit, of course, because the SPY is the SPY. But 601 resistance here. $600.80. Pretty good. When will CHYM be available for public trading? What is that? Chime? Is that Chime? Oh, nice. Okay. When I heard CHY, I was like, uh-oh, China. Not the China. All right, JJ Spawn, let's make this birdie. GME down 20% on a note offering. Oh, they did another one. Wow, GME killed that uptrend possibility. Sure, a lot of people were looking at this dip here. That was rough. Wow. Yeah, 20%, down 18% at the moment, but a lot more at the low day. Brutal there. QQQ's actually holding its ground, coming back pretty well today, if I must say so. Looks like a pretty good setup here. I like the way it's testing 532. Looks fairly solid. SPY's coming up well also. Starting to come back into the green, back above the trend line, which is good. Back above 600, which is good for the bulls. To see this happen, we'll need to see a good 601 break in my eyes, though. I think that range definitely needs to break before you become a bit more bullish. If there were to be a recovery with SPY today, a move towards 602 like 40, 602 to 602.40 could be pretty nice. It wouldn't be the largest move ever, maybe like a $1 move up, maybe a $1.50 move. It does seem like SPY is leaning that way here with the way that it's reacting at the trend and getting back above 600. I was leaning down, of course, but the SPY holding above 600 is solid. I'm honestly, though, very in between at the moment. Like I said, I want to see a 601 break before I really look at any bullish opportunities too hard. CRWV pulling back under 150. Ah, CoreWeave. It tried to hold that 150 support in pre-market. That was too bad. I even like this other support around 149, 148. Broke that down as well. Man, CoreWeave. A little brutal there. Big pullback. Happens on stocks like this, though, whenever they get a little overextended. How's NVTS today? They came back up, which is interesting. Not a lot, but trying to pop back slightly. Navitas. We all know them. How'd you guys like that price action yesterday, though, with the SPY? With the way that it pulled back, how does that have you feeling in the short term? Passy back to life, Brennan says. Wow, 0.82. It's not up a ton because of that pre-market drop, but it is back to life. Gotta say that. 330 coming back into play here, Tesla. Little support action coming in. Bounced off 320 this morning. Let's zoom out on the 15-minute. 320 is fairly significant. Past couple trading days, we saw some reaction very close to here. A lot of wicks. $315, $320. Pretty good supports. I like that Elon and Trump are making up a little bit. I don't know how that unfolded into today, if anything kept going, or I'm sure Elon's going to start shutting up. Yesterday, he said he went too far. I know a lot of people, we talked about that a lot yesterday. U.S. budget deficit at $316 billion in May, with annual shortfall up 14% from a year ago. What time are they supposed to start trading today on CHYM? Pretty curious there. I don't see a time. I'm trying to find the exact time. CRWV downside core weave. Give me 1 sec here. Apple's tanking, Tiger says. AAPL pulling back quite hard. Let's pull up the Mag 7 setup here. A lot of uptrend coming in on Tesla and Nvidia. Guys, watching Tesla as it tries to rise. 330 as a solid resistance here. Seeing Microsoft come back is nice. Amazon, a lot of green coming in here. SPY's back above 600. Holding pretty well so far. Nvidia looks really nice. If I had to pick one of the Mag 7s that was the best today, Nvidia really popping it off. Coming up to 143.50, 144 coming into play. That's pretty solid right there. Going to the daily chart. Little shaky. 5 minute though. Awesome. Let's see some resistance coming up here, Nvidia. 144, definitely huge. Oh yeah. 144 has seen a lot of action lately. See if it can just rip through there. It got through 143, 143.25 pretty easily. I could see like a breakout there. Good morning, Black Flower. Sorry, guys, we're on double duty today. Mason is on vacation, and Gotta do like bookmap stream. Oracle still riding it, Woo says. Oracle. Good earnings continuation, getting close to 200. That's pretty solid to see. A little $200 action. Go check Core Weave. Of course, everybody's watching that one drop. Rip Livewire. Yeah, the pullbacks happen. LVWR, unfortunately, pulling back 10% today. It had a great run, though, I gotta say, while it lasted. You're eyeing an entry right now? Ooh, I'd be careful. I'd be a little wary. It is getting close to some key support, I guess, if you're looking for a quick bounce or something. That's going to be an interesting one, Brain. We'll see how it goes. A little worried about this one. I see. Getting like some confirmation down there as it bottoms. Yeah, I see. Be nice and smart. Let's go Microsoft, Christopher says. MSFT, liking Microsoft's move again. New all-time highs. Yep. New all-time highs. Again today. Looks like it's not really holding up all that good. It's not really like breaking out yet. Little shakiness today, but definitely pretty good in the short term compared to others. Gotta give them credit. Being up around highs. And good opportunity would obviously be that 477 breakout. We could really get some action going. SPY almost to 601. Just tested 601 resistance. Little chop this morning, back to the upside. Pretty good, I'd say, breaking through that little trend here in the short term, looking solid. Pretty good break above so far. I'm expecting a lot of chop today myself. Nvidia rejected 143.80. I like the SPY move. Getting through 601 now. 601.25 coming up. I have 601.25 because there was a lot of wick touches directly on 601.25. Kind of weird. But I really like 602.50 overhead. That would be solid. So far, a little attempt of a bullish run here today. That NVIDIA rejected. 144, pretty big resistance there. Makes sense, makes sense. The NASDAQ holding its ground a little bit better. Kind of like SPY pulling up. Microsoft still down in the dumps. Tessie, back to them. Been hot today. Hit around 330. Pulling back slightly back down into the red. They had that nice run from open. Let's see. From the opening move to that high, it ran about 1.8%. Pretty decent intraday opportunity there. Pulling up the watch list today. Oracle leads the way, of course, with their earnings. They are continuing pretty well here. 200's coming up into play. Think I can make profit. Bought QUBT puts yesterday, 17.5. Expiration this week, tomorrow. Yeah, it actually looks pretty solid. I think you could do pretty good with this one. It's going to be pretty choppy for you if there is a little pullback to the upside today before a larger drop. That'll probably shake you out. So it's tough because you're trading like 1 day to expirations, and you're also trading the 17.5s, which are out of the money. So it's probably going to get a little shaky for you. But if you can hold through that chop, or let's say find a better entry, I do like it down. Just realize that it's going to be a play that could move quite a bit if it does happen to test resistance on you. Sorry, Tiger, I have my book map on a different screen today. Trying to do book maps for the chat when they need them too. Obviously, can't do all of them, but... Sorry, Tiger. Normally, I'd get you. I did put an Oracle one in the chat, though, earlier. In the SM chat. Check out Nike really fast. Pretty brutal. Pulling back quite hard. Nice and slow. Is that a real question, Tangy? Go check Tessie here real quick. Tessie up to 330 resistance, pulling back slightly. Netflix, nice jump up today after the huge drop the other day, Jake said. Netflix. It was a nice move up today. It's not the best, I'd say, but pretty decent. I don't think it is, Tangy. Shouldn't be. Make sure you check that username. The actual username. Not the display name. Christopher says, thought it was. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Tangy. Yeah, that's some bullshit. What was his tag? Tom, do you trade while doing the live stream? Christopher said. Sometimes I will edit some positions and stuff like that in the background. I do a lot of positions with selling put options and running the wheel strategy, selling covered calls as well. So I do a lot of slower trading. Of course, everybody loves day trading though. I do catch some day trades time and again, but generally not while live. Generally focus afterwards. Of course, just depends on the runs. Pretty patient. A lot of people, in my opinion, overtrade, whereas I think they need to be a little bit more patient, wait for better opportunities myself. Tesla 330 resistance coming up. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game whenever you can sit back and let the options play out for you, selling them and running a little bit of more advanced strategies. You know, you kind of sell options to the gamblers out there and have a much higher winning percentage. Tesla support 325. We met a long time ago, Christopher. Met a long time ago. On Facebook, actually, where we met. Mike messaged me on Facebook one time. I thought he was a scammer at first. Back in the day. What's your thoughts on running the wheel in a Roth? Awesome. Pew pew. That's great. Yeah, running the wheel in a Roth can be awesome. I will say my only negative with running the wheel in a Roth is I don't want you to run it on things that you want to hold for the long term. If you're having a Roth, obviously you should have probably like some set like long-term positions in there. Be a little careful selling a lot of covered calls on those. You'll probably have a lot of situations where you wish you just held the stock. So I would say just be a little wary of that. But if you're specifically doing it, getting into that play or that trade or that investment, whatever you want to call it, with that strategy in mind, I think it's okay. But just realize that, you know, there are times where you'll probably wish that you didn't. Nothing seems to be moving with momentum, Brain says. Yeah, SPY hit 601.25 right on my resistance and says, bye-bye. That's kind of funny. Not even 601. Literally had to go right up to the actual plotted line. That's kind of funny. I didn't think it would actually reject right there. I'm excited to see if that Trump bill for babies will be beneficial. Yeah, me too. If that even gets passed, that's in the big, beautiful bill. So it'll have to really get it done. I'm excited, though. I'm excited with you, Vinalt. The only thing I'm a little sad with is that I had my daughter like a year and a half ago, so I'm like, damn, I should have waited. I guess the next kid will get it. Imagine that when the daughter's like 21 and then my next kid is 18. She's going to be pissed. She's going to be like, why does he get that? Little does she know, she has her own too. It's just, it's not Trump's baby one. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be any like tax advantages to like the thing that Trump's doing or not. Of course, there's already custodial things out there, so there's a few different options to explore. Anyways, but first child's not the fave this time. She'll be mad. I've been following you guys since like October. Definitely found a gem. Got a few friends. Let's go, Christopher. Appreciate that. Hell yeah, word of mouth. Makes me feel good, Christopher. Thank you for the kind words. Tesla 330 resistance overhead still holding up well. Of course, pulled back to support around 324, 325. We had it plotted up. A few bounces here. Pretty crucial spot for Tesla to hold. Not looking the best, honestly. Ooh, Christopher said, I just had a kid this January. Said, I guess I missed it too. You know, there is a specific cutoff date. I think your kid might be included. Let me look it up again. Let me check. Reading through some articles here real fast. I hate it whenever they talk about it and then they don't put the fucking date in the article. It's like, what's the point of that? Here we go. So, it's for babies born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. So there's a 3-year range here. January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2028. It says that you must have a social security number as well. Funny enough. Wow. Your kid just got in. That's funny. That's awesome. Boy or girl, Christopher? Yeah, Trump's whole presidency. That's what I thought too, Vinalt. Pretty much was.
dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy.
Man, Spy. There we go. 601.25 broke now. The bull run continues today. Pretty nice to see. All right, 602, 602.50 coming up. Big resistance next past here. Oracle popping off pretty well. 199, 200 bucks coming up. I think so too, Vanalt. I don't really know if that's really worth it though. They need to do more of like the tax credits. Oracle's popping off towards 200 coming up. Watch out. 200's pretty big. Around 106,000 shares stacked up there at that $200 mark. SPY still looks great. Let's look at the Mag 7 as SPY pops off. Seeing lots of good bounces. Microsoft trying to bounce. Amazon, Apple, Tesla. Tom, I use Robinhood. I do not have, or I do have 25K in it, but I'm still getting G. What's up, K? Sorry about that. Can you say that again? Oh, you're getting flagged about day trading. Yeah, K, when did you get 25,000 in that account? Let me know. Did it go in there like this morning? Did it cross the 25K mark yesterday, or did it cross it today? It has to cross the 25K mark the previous day before close, K. Last week? You should be well above, you should be okay. Since you got the 25K in there now. You know, Kay, I think I would message their support. They usually will take off a flag for free for you anyways, for the first one. But, yeah, you might have to disable it too. I'm not 100% sure on Robinhood what to do. I would message support. Yeah, you might have to go in and disable it is really what it is. I didn't know if you'd have to or if it would auto do it for you or... I would do what Tangi said. Try to disable it if possible. Let me Here you go, Jeanette. I'll send you a little link here. Here's a link I found of a way to turn it off. Apparently a quick, I just went to Google and Googled it real fast. Got a quick YouTube video there for you. Just be careful if you drop back below. Bank of America down to 44. Bounced off of it this morning. Kind of sold off. JP Morgan, little pullback as well. Nothing too crazy there. Let's look at the earnings for tonight. We have Adobe reporting tonight with RH. Remember, we were looking at Love earlier in the week. They reported this morning. They sold off a little bit. Brutal to see there.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and
Love Sack. Like you guys were saying earlier in the week, $1,000 beanbag company. I started looking them up. $1,000 beanbags, kind of hilarious.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids
Damn.
screaming in their cradles.
Avgo's running. Let's see.
Some days I feel scared.
AVGO. 257.13. Up 1.67%. Pretty good. Really good intraday PA, though. No kidding. They're definitely running. They look just like yesterday. Wow. I guess if we had anything that had some real momentum today, AVGO has it. One of the better intraday moves that we've seen of the day, for sure. 257. Wow. What a pop, though, in general.
Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption.
You said they're actually really nice. The Love Sacks are. Do you have one? Or you tried one? Pretty neat. Lockheed Martin's up a little bit today. 1.79%. Little recovery by them. We look at the 5-minute chart. They got killed yesterday at open, but they came right back today. Brain needs coffee, but I can't step away from the live wire right now. LVWR bouncing off 6. Oh, wow. It got really close to that support for you, Brain. Did you enter down there? Robert says, hey, Tom, hope all is well. Would like your opinion on the 30-year bond auction. Was thinking about getting GLD calls. The thing is with the bond auction is that I don't think anybody really knows how it's going to go. It's really just all guesses here. With that 30-year bond auction, it can definitely move the market. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of like the inflation data. You know, it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, can it move the market 100%? Will it probably move it today? Probably. It seems like everybody's focused on it. So I would definitely have your eyes open at 1 p.m. Eastern time for that 30-year bond auction for sure. Looking at the US 30Y this week, it's been falling off. I personally think if it keeps falling off, that would be a great sign. I definitely want to see it pull back a lot harder off of that peak up here at like 5%, even up around 5.15%, 5.2%. A very nice peak overhead there.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up.
Entering LVWR, Brain said. Entering it right now. Let's see. 5-minute chart. Pretty good action. Up or down 6.19%. How much is it up from the bottom, though? Up 11% from the low of the day. Such a big mover, Brain. I mean, the book map's not really showing me much on there right now, my views. There's not really too much overhead. 155 is the next big stack. There's a lot of buyers at like 140 to 143. Core Weave down on the day, trying to come back a little bit. People watching for a bounce back move here. Some stuff may kick off in the Middle East, so be careful with calls, Wade said. Everybody's talking about that right now with Iran, something potentially kicking off. That is a small, or not a small threat, a big threat in the short term. I guess the main thing is do you think it's going to happen or not? Gold shortage shoot up from yesterday into today. I think that's a pretty big sign. SLV's trying to hold and continue to break out. Looking at silver, it pulled back for, we ran up Monday, pulled back the past 3 trading days. Gonna be watching for more of a run to come in here. Go check out gold. Looking great. Go back to LVWR, check the recovery. Maybe a little slowdown. Tessie! Overhead resistance at 330 still held up and actually posted a lower high on the day as it's getting stuck here. That's not a good sign. Doesn't mean it can't go up, but definitely not the best thing to see in the short term. DV loop, I think it could end up being pretty disruptive here over the next earnings season. You know, we just had a lot of good reports. I liked a lot of what like Walmart said about how they might have to raise prices and things like that. I thought that was something that was a bit worrying. I will say, as far as the future is concerned, there's a lot up in the air right now. I'm personally very worried that a lot of these, like, let's say, inventories that have been built up, as they get depleted, I think that that's where we're going to start to see these companies come more into focus, and they are probably just going to have to raise prices. So if they just raise prices and just pass it off onto the consumer, like, will they get less sales? Maybe so. People might start to try to save more, not spend as much. It definitely is something to think about. Now, there is always the possibility that, let's say that a deal gets done super quick and then they won't really have to worry about it. But there needs to be something done fairly fast, I'd say.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things.
You think the rest of the year could trend downwards as companies adjust guidance and earnings? Not necessarily, DV Loop. I'm not just going to sit here and say for the rest of the year the market's going to come down. If we look at how volatile this year has been, honestly, I think calling that for the whole rest of the year is a little wild. Within just 6 months of this year, look at the wild up and down move SPY had. What I would think more of is that SPY posts a double top up here, pulls back pretty hard, but ultimately ends up finding support and then coming back up to like end the year. That's kind of what I'm thinking if I had to just do a wild SPY guess. And keep in mind, it's just a wild SPY guess. A lot of people out there just throw a lot of bullshit around DV where they try to push a lot of fear. Personally, I try not to do that. I don't want to have everybody overly fearful whenever the market generally does rise and surprise people. Everybody's always screaming from the rooftops that something bad's going to be going on, and yeah, it's nonstop. Even throughout like this entire uptrend, everybody was like, it's going to die. I guess they were right. It eventually died, but it didn't, like, you know, they would have had to have time it up pretty good. But my main point is that, like, look, the market generally goes up. I think erring on the side of being a bull most of the time is definitely the way to go. In the short term, considering everything, I understand the concern, and I would definitely expect a pullback, but not like a 6-month pullback or something like that, in my eyes. I don't think it'll be even close to what this was, for example. If it is, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it will be, but I really doubt it. SPY 60240 resistance actually got right up to our level there. Very nice recovery with SPY, right up to 60250. Wow. We had a lot of interesting dynamics today. The way SPY gapped down and held under 600 in pre-market was pretty bad to see, but, you know, re-breaking back above 601 and even now starting to retest and break out above 60250 is extremely solid. This looks great. Oracle slowing up a little bit. No problem, DV. Good questions. Yeah, Sloshy. Gold and SPY can go up on the same day for sure. For sure, for sure. It does have a weak correlation to SPY over the past year, but on a day-by-day basis, anything can happen for sure. And we have seen gold like go up like all throughout like 2024. For example, it was one of the best years for gold in a long time in 2024. And it was also one of the best years for the market. There are times that they move up together. Other things out there like global disruptions, global fear, bonds, things like that matter a lot as well. Everybody's making money from their stocks and throwing it into the gold for safety. Thoughts on Intel in the next week, Xavier said. Intel needs to hold this lower support range, that's for sure. Getting close to 20 bucks again. It'd be good to see a hold here. Overall with Intel, we could end up seeing it, chop around down here for a long time. I am not expecting next week to just go boom. Nothing like that at all. Considering how long it's been stuck down here, I definitely think that it could be stuck in this range for a while longer. Who knows how much longer? I mean, it could honestly be all the way till the end of the year. It really could. That's how patient I think you have to be here with Intel. But in the next week, I'm definitely looking at more consolidation. I'm not necessarily looking for like a huge support bounce back or anything like that. It's possible. I'll be watching for like a retest of this resistance at 21 and then a rejection. Pretty weird setup this week though, with that pop and drop. Matt says $600 puts on the SPY today. As it rises here, I do think that puts will become a decent opportunity, Matt. I'm not saying that this exact moment is the time to buy. There's a big resistance at 603.50 that will definitely be on watch. If we end up seeing like a good rip above that, I don't know, puts might be a little tough, but if we can identify some solid rejection either somewhere close to where we are now or 603.50, I think there could be some decent opportunity in some puts, Matt. I think though that finding the right entry point is going to be the key. Not quite sure that right now is the exact best entry point in my book. If there were to be an entry here, we definitely need to see a pullback back under 602.50 for sure. Maybe even 602.40, we'll call it. Which we probably will, considering just normal chop, but like a clear breakdown back below there would be nice, considering that's a decent support / resistance here. Notice how it rejected here a few times before breaking, and then it held on this wick right here. That's the kicker if you're a very, very, very short-term scalper. Testing again. We'll see if it breaks down. Go through it together here. Note how that reaction, note that quick pullback up off that touch. It created another wick. You can tell it's trying to hold this area. I didn't stutter there. I did that on purpose to like emphasize it. Like it's trying to hold here. Oracle pretty nuts today. First time using the SPY pulse tracker. Nice, Xavier. Look at the SPY holding as well. Yeah, it gives you a good idea like how the SPY is moving at the time. Of course, if you watch the tracker, you know, if the SPY starts to turn around, you'll notice that the tracker starts to go from greedy to less greedy to neutral, bearish. Thoughts on Nvidia going into later and tomorrow, deciding on what to do with this Friday 145 strike call. Right now it's looking awesome, but it is very close to resistance. Personally, I would be looking to cut myself some point soon here. Let's see. Do we really think that it can break that high of day yesterday today? I'd highly doubt it. Since it expires this Friday, there's a lot of risk holding this if it starts to pull back on you. If this ends up pulling back on you down to like 142, 142.50 support, which would be a normal move actually. It wouldn't be surprising. That play would probably get crushed. So I would err on the side of taking some profits here while you can, and at least locking something in, starting to scale out. You know, is I think a smart idea. Try to let a runner or two go if you want, but Oracle's starting to turn over a little bit. Got above 200, got the 202 resistance and fell over. It's drum step. That's pretty good. I like this one because they talk about the Hellcats in there. Tesla 325. It's bounced off of this level 4 times today and it's held up. Look at it moving here. This is insane. Tessie, solid down here though, 325. That's great to see. Continues to hold and bounce. Making opportunities for traders intraday. Nvidia breaking out, 144.45. Maybe we will break that high of day yesterday. Who knows? It'll probably at least test there, considering how much it's went up. I mean, SPY's looking great too. 602.50 broke out well. Held that little support we were watching there. Actually came back for a third test before this nice green candle. So I don't go bearish too early. Now this next resistance, 603.50, is where I think the SPY is going to have a lot more to contend with. I really don't see a huge breakout of 603.50 today. Could happen, but definitely not what I'm watching for. I think it'll slow up a little bit there. CVAC, Brain says, CVAC. CureVac, gosh. 40% now. Up to $5.70. Pretty good pop. Still waiting on Chime to IPO. Start trading today. Hell yeah, Brain. I remember you saying it. CVAC. Called it out earlier. Really nice run, though. SPY with a nice pop, too. Pretty consistent, if we're being honest. Go back to Microsoft, which was looking really good earlier today. Decent run. $477 overhead. $468, pretty nice. Looking at Microsoft here, it's been breaking out of this overhead range and the small range that it was stuck in, so pretty solid. I could see this one continuing for a couple days. I mean, you know, it's been trending up pretty well. There will be some red days mixed in, but I like how it'll have like these periods of like 5 green days in a row. I could see tomorrow being pretty good off of this. Maybe even today, if you see 477 break, maybe identify a breakout. TMC, the metals company, 5.5%. Looks great on the daily. Starting to curl back up in a great way. It held $4 support, too. It actually bounced off $4 like 5 times. Pretty funny. GME calls or puts, DV Loop asked. GME puts. My gosh, 19%. Probably go with puts, considering how they move today. There could be a call opportunity, though, the next couple days. I think if it falls more, I would not try to trade calls intraday here, personally. I think it looks like a disaster waiting to happen. I don't think so, Brain. I like 1 minute candles personally. Maybe if they mess you up, 5 minute could be better, but I personally like 1 minute because I like to see certain things. You know, I like to, like, let's say we're looking at the SPY here. Load up, damn it. Trading view slow. Like, let's say that we're looking at the SPY and we're looking at this range right here, this support at 60240, right? We can identify that there were like 3 separate touches and bounces off of this level, showing us that this is a pretty consistent level. Very nice touches here as well. If we just look at a 5 minute chart, notice how you can't see any of that. It really doesn't look like anything happened there. It just looks like it just went through. But that wasn't the case. It didn't just go through there. That was not the case at all. It definitely consolidated a lot there. And if you were just watching the 5 minute chart, you might not have even seen that. You might not have even been able to identify like an entry, let's say, because of being on the 5 minute. Whereas if you were on the 1 minute, maybe you were identifying this and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I can enter for a quick scalp up, you know, off of that support. Something along that range or that thinking is why I like the 1 minute charts, especially for scalping. You know, now if I get it, if you're trying to buy and hold like all day long or something, then yeah, I think the 5 minute could be a bit better to go, a bit better of a way to go, but Sloshy closed third HMY at 45%. Nice. HMY. Harmony Gold. They had a great pop today, Sloshy. A good recovery. They might come back even better if gold really starts roaring here. Which it's trying to. Rahman, hey Tom, how's Palantir looking? Pretty weak right now. What about puts? It wants to break PMI or PML. Pre-market lows. What about Palantir? So you're looking at puts as it breaks pre-market lows. Solid opportunity. Just make sure you identify the breakdown. It seems like it's trying to bounce right now. It could bounce here for a little while before the breakdown occurs, or end up just straight up bouncing back up today. I'll be a little wary of that, but overall, I'm with you here. I like this quite a bit.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now.
Really not much moving, Ryan said. Yeah, not a ton right now. Going to the watch list, ORCL was moving a lot. It's rejecting a little bit up around 202 though. Starting to pull back slightly on everybody. Besant floats extending tariff pause. For countries with good faith. Said that yesterday after the market closed.
I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah.
Just figured I'd throw it out there.
Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
An extension on those good faith countries would be nice. Besson did just say something else, is why I brought that up. He said, believe we will see more trade deals coming very quickly. Said it again. That guy says that like every day. He goes, we'll see more deals quick. We'll see them by next week. And then we never get them. Yeah, keep it on the radar, Palantir. That is a big support. Big support that could end up breaking down. Oklo is awesome. Let's see Oklo today. Nice PA coming in. OKLO. Very nice, actually. Up to around $68. Pretty big overhead resistance there. 68 to 70. But I like the price action, and the way it's bouncing here is really solid. Holding 66.50 in a great way. It does look pretty good if it keeps holding the support. Now, if support gives out, then we might have to contend with something there. But so far, so good. Six of 8 of my safe holds, not options, are green today. Your safe holds? Very nice, Sloshy. Glad to hear that. Is that more of like what you would call your longer term positions or like your swings?
Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Is paradise.
Wedbush continues to outperform on Oklo, raises price target to 75. Wow. Oklo got a little price target adjustment or an upgrade there. Let's go see. Oh, yeah. Raise it to 75. That's some nice news for him. That's awesome. Oklo, I like how on the 1 minute here, look at these weird candles extending up. They look a bit strange, don't they? In the way that they're moving there. Pretty strange. I don't see them move like that quite often. NVTS selling off. SPY peeking out a little bit around 603. Slowing down ever so slightly. Same with QQQ. I like it, Sloshy. Rigetti probably has okay correlation with the SPY. It's probably not the best. Yeah, it's moderate. They're a bit mixed. Moderate correlation. Let me grab a drink of water real fast. Okay, 1 sec. Besson says the U.S. has implemented maximum pressure strategy on Iran. That makes sense. Go back to the SPY. Watch. See how it turns over here. If it turns over too hard, it might show that this might be where it starts to peak out. I do got to say, from the low of this morning to where we are now, SPY is up quite a bit. I would not be surprised to see some sort of pullback. I really didn't think 603.50 would break today. I'm not looking for much moves past there. So I'll reiterate that again. I know I said it earlier, but I will say it once again. DFDV. Defy Development. 10%. Nice. Great PA by them today. Looks like they've been moving pretty well the past few trading days. What's up with that split? 7-for-1 split? What the hell did they do? That's weird. Interesting. I'd have to look into what they did, but... DFDV. Big Bear moving up pretty well today. Big Bear AI up to $3.85. You know, Barrick Gold is up almost 3% today. Ticker symbol B. It's not GOLD anymore, it's B. I'm in puts temporarily, seeing it go down within 2 hours, Chaos said. What are you in puts on, Chaos? Which stock were we looking at? Palantir ended up holding its support really well at 135. That was a great hold earlier. Who was talking about Palantir a few minutes ago? Rahman, that's who it was. Is Trump speaking at 11 a.m.? Bill signing ceremony. Can we pull it up? I probably won't be live anymore at that point, Nation. Got some work to get done before we start recording tonight's video. Also got to start researching for the video and everything like that as well. Sorry about that. I'm sure you'll find it on like AP News on YouTube, though. Let me check to see if he is. Yeah, he is doing a bill signing ceremony, 11 a.m. Eastern, so right now. We'll see if he starts on time. Maybe throw it on for a couple minutes. Really surprised that I'm not seeing it on AP. CNBC has it, though, I found. Trump holds a bill signing ceremony. Figured I'd throw it in the chat out there for everybody. Get the stream to 100 likes. Let's go. Hell yeah, like it up. I guess I didn't realize it was starting right now. I thought it was going to be in a little while. Yep, SPY is turning over a bit more. This is more than it's turned over the whole way up. So we would have to say it's at least showing a bit of a short-term shift starting to happen here. Let's play Guess the Drop genre. No. Trump's probably going to be late. He's been like late to all these things lately. Been kind of crazy. Always late. SPY with a little green action though. Undersecretary of Commerce Kessler says AI diffusion rule has angered allies. Okay. Angered the allies. You lose this time? I love it, Sloshy. How's Oklo? Oklo made it. New high of the day ended up coming in a few minutes ago. 68.50 still pushing up with Oklo. Watch for $70. Wow. Oklo. Pretty good push, though, I must say. Right to the high of yesterday. Think we're going to get past there and up to 70 plus? I'm not so sure. I don't love the opportunity here with Oklo. It's a big resistance. It'll be tough to break out. It'll be tough to break out above that today. It can happen, but it'll be a tough level to get through. Probably a better spot to take profits more than anything. Appreciate that, Brain, saying to like and subscribe. Thank you, sir. Definitely hit that sub if you're new here. Also, guys, the Surge bot has been on fire. On fire. In our Discord server, we have the Surge bot out here calling out day trading opportunities. We have the Hybrid bot calling out good pullback opportunities. Whereas in like you would buy the dip on a pullback, call them the pop, pull, and go strategy. We can teach you about it, of course. We have a lot of info and things like that, but we have a good deal going on still. Code Big Money takes $100 off the yearly. Even if you just want monthly, come in and try it out. I'm sure that you'll enjoy it quite a bit and you'll learn a lot too. So join up on that link I'm sending in the chat. Use code Big Money to take $100 off. But if you're a day trader and a scalper, I think you'll have a lot of fun and learn a lot as well with some of the more advanced strategies. GameStop, GME had that offering. Looks like they fell off a lot today. They are consolidating down here around lows, but terrible. It looks terrible if I had to be honest. Brutal there. GME on that 1 minute chart. $23. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be looking to buy that dip, but I would be very careful. QQQ kept it going. Pushed up to 534. SPY 603.50. It just touched. This is the level that I thought the SPY couldn't really break above today. So we'll see how it holds up. The SPY, though, has been moving very, very well. This is obviously a big resistance, but there's a lot of good momentum up. It could break. It could break. We can tell that it's rejected here already a little bit. So it's definitely having some reaction. It's showing us that it's pretty large. Made 4K off GME puts and 500 off FFAI calls at open. Robert with FFAI again. No way. Faraday, did you hold it into today? Wow. Robert, what a pop. 195 and you exited? That sounds awesome. Hey, appreciate that, Robert. Let's go. Retired back in 2022 because of the bot. Getting back in to see how much further I can go this time. Stay blessed. Appreciate it, Robert. That's badass. Let's go. Oh yeah, check out the link there. W's for sure, Chill said. Yeah, W's in the chat, guys. 100%. Making 4K off GME puts. Definitely deserve some dubs in the chat. That's for sure. Oh, Trump's out? Finally. Where'd he go? I'm on the White House here. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe he's live and I'm not seeing it yet, Robert. One W looks good off the FFAI. 1 week. Yeah, the 1 week definitely looks solid. I like the daily even. Looks really good. Going back to like April 24th. This whole entire rip has been awesome for FFAI. Whenever I looked at it yesterday or the past couple days, whenever Robert mentioned it, I blew my mind on how good it moved. Man, SPY's holding up at 603.50 where I thought, uh-oh. We'll have to see if it can get through there here. This will be a big level today, 603.50. We can tell a lot of reaction. That's for sure. Trump's still not coming out, but... All right, guys. I think we're going to end the stream there today. I got to go get on bookmap duty. I hope to see you guys in the Discord, though. 100%. Hop in the discussion channel. Throw some of your stocks in there. Let's get some convos going. Same with the SM chat. For sure, for sure. Hope everybody has a great rest of their Thursday. One more day left of the week after today. SPY went nuts today. I'm going to be a little bit wary. Going into tomorrow, if 603.50 keeps holding up, I'm going to be wary of another pullback. But overall, that's a pretty good pop to see. All right. Appreciate you guys joining up. Hope everybody here has a fantastic and green rest of their day. Walk away in the green today. Don't bag hold. Get some profits locked in.